Hello and welcome to Traut Media and episode 4 of my Wrx build. In the previous episode we did this front splitter here. And in the next episode we're going to be doing a review of the Stage 1 tune, which is already on the car from MA Performance. However, I wanted to drive it a little bit before I could give an accurate review. However, episode 4 is going to be the Crawford air oil separator install, and I actually already installed it, and you can see there it is right there. It has 4 different ports running in it, the first of which comes out of the bottom on this side and runs into the block port just below the AC compressor here. The next comes out of here, runs down over here towards the turbo inlet and way down in there, then the back two are onto the intercooler, and that was a pain. Now the reason that I didn't document this install is that it was an extremely lengthy process with a lot of different steps and difficulty. So it was one of the more complicated things to not only install, but it would have been very hard to document the entire thing and explain it, because it was extremely hard to see half the things that I was trying to work with. So essentially I got it all installed properly, and here's where things get pretty interesting, because as you can see, this intercooler here had to come off to install that. But when reconnecting the intercooler after the air oil separator was installed in the car already, this turbo inlet hose clamp right here that connects this turbo inlet to the intercooler, I accidentally put too much grease on it. And as I went to first drive the car, I got it up to about 19 pounds of turbo boost pressure, and it felt fine, but I heard like a weird hissing noise, and I thought it might have just been the air oil separator making that noise. However, that was not the case, because as soon as I got on the highway and punched it, turbo pressure built up to about 20-21, and then I heard a loud popping sound, and I was extremely concerned because I figured I screwed up the air oil separator install. What actually happened is this turbo inlet, because the amount of grease that was on it, popped off of the intercooler and all turbo boost pressure was lost. So a bunch of engine lights popped on the car. I was worried there was maybe oil leaking out of it, and I quickly discovered that that was not the case. And just to be sure that everything was correct, I did take it to the Subaru dealership and have them take a look at that connection right there. And all in all, I got out of it for 68 bucks, so not really much complaint with that. But the air oil separator from Crawford does seem to be the best option. I did look into the parent and IAG air oil separators, but the problems that I had with them is the locations of them in the engine bay would have made them much harder to install, whereas this was kind of easy right on top. It was an install that I could manage, and it ended up being a lot more manageable because the video that Crawford had was far better than any company as far as showing you how to actually install it. Now, in case you're wondering, an air oil separator on a Wrx does not need a tune, and I've noticed on my access port from tracking feedback knock and fine knock learn that this AOS does eliminate a lot of that, indicating that detonation is happening less frequently and the engine overall has had a lot of stress taken off of it by the system. So if you're considering buying an air oil separator, I highly recommend you do it for the health of your car, especially if you're eventually looking to add more power onto it in the future. Additionally, I would recommend Crawford if you plan on installing it yourself, because there's a video on YouTube, which I can leave a link to this link below too in the description, that was extremely easy to follow, very informative. All you need is a set of socket wrenches and the ability to watch and repeat steps. No automotive knowledge needed, and you can install it yourself. So all in all, I hope you enjoyed the video. In the next video we're going to be reviewing the Stage 1 tune, and then after that we're going to be going Stage 1 Plus with the intake from MA Performance and their Stage 1 Plus tune. So once all that is ready to go, I will get that uploaded to you guys and keep you informed on the build. If you liked what you saw, leave a like on the video and consider subscribing to the channel if you're wanting to follow the rest of the build. Thank you for watching.